Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Caffeine Encrypted and we are back with more Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. So I let the game play out for a little bit, just to get some buildings to finish building. We're, I think, a couple of years ahead. And I took advantage of this time to actually clear off all of our loans. So we have a bit of money to spend and time to expand. To expand a bit our city and our other services. So for now, this little industrial park for cement, asphalt and everything else is ready. We'll need to give it some power. Also, the oil refinery is ready. Obviously the train tracks are not, but that's okay. For now we will start with a truck. That's the first thing I want to do. Since I have these guys over here doing nothing, I am going to go... Where are you? Where are you? So large custom house, only buy fuel. Yes. And that's just for now. So I am going to give them the task of going over here. Load the oil. And go and manually offload the oil on this one over here. Go until it's full. I will keep the other one going and we will have enough oil to start playing around. I made a temporary connection with the town since it's pretty close. I will not keep that, but for now it will stay there. Our train platform is ready. Our cargo train is ready. Instead of putting an few water pumps down there, I actually built this one up here, a big water well. And normally when the water flows down, it follows the gravity and it should flow to everything over here. I put a small water treatment plug over here, well, a big one. So it will raise the quality because the water well will only give us 93%. Yes, water quality 93%. So 93% is decent, but I want to give them the absolute best because it affects their health and it affects their happiness. So things are being built, that thing will happen. As you can see, they're slowly building everything. I paused the houses for now, they will be the last thing we will enable, and that's because they need 147 tons of prefab each, and I don't want to buy those, instead I want to actually produce them. Going back here, I made a tiny little chains on the train tracks. I removed the other old track and I made it into a sort of star shape, or I should say a cross shape, to connect it with a line down here and bridge it up. Took a little bit. And also, I had to move this train station a little bit because there was not enough room to connect to a road, which was problematic. Now, while looking at my production, I realized that when I have full workers here, the train couldn't keep up. Because I would fill the storage before the train could sell it off. So I took advantage of that situation and bought a couple more hoppers. And our train at the moment has 8 hoppers. Can carry 480 tons of bauxite, which is a fair amount of money. So we are on average making about 300,000 to 250, 280,000 a month. And since the loans are gone, this is clean profit. I'm still using foreign workers for a lot of the building. I demolished the construction offices from over here, the unbuilt ones, and I put a road. I'm thinking of repurposing this because this traffic is becoming a major issue. How are we going in terms of resources? We're out of steel. And we're building train lines. Where are you? Show me where you are. You're up there. Okay, so my goal is to finish a single line going through this. Actually, assign this, I need this build. So just a single line to be able to get all the way down here to start producing my own coal and bricks on this platform. And then the iron ore processing plant is ready. The iron mine still needs a lot of workers and no machinery can work on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a bunch of people on the train station and utilize those to actually finish this off. But everything else is ready. So we're getting there. Slow and steady. If I wanted, I could have taken a bunch of loans and make this happen a lot faster. But I like to take my time, let the game do its thing, and watch how things play out. So in reality, with the bauxite mines we have, we can easily produce about 200,000 a month. So if we really focus on that early in the game, that is a major point of income. Obviously, it won't be exactly 200,000 originally because the price of bauxite in the beginning was about 60, I think. And now the price of bauxite is almost double. It will be a good 100,000 plus. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, there is a few more things that I want to design today and a few more changes I want to make. I want to make this road over here with asphalt. But for now, I'm going to keep them as mud road until we build the buildings. And before we bring the people in, we will set up asphalt because it doesn't really need workers. We just have the machines and I have the money to buy plenty of those. And I want to set up a logistics network. Now, what do I want to do with that? And let's start setting it up as I'm explaining my thought process. So let's get a medium distribution office. Where should I put you guys? They don't really need to be in the city, but they need to be adjustment to the city. So maybe I make a little box over here so they can go up and down. Maybe. Because I'll probably have another residential area here and utilize those services here in the middle. So very much exactly this, but just on this little corner. So I can go place this here, I think it fits. So let's place... Actually, I'm going to try to snap it to the grid. I want it to look somewhat good. And I do want a little bit of space behind it, so I have a bit of flexibility. Okay, so that will be 1, and that will be 2. Now, 2 distribution offices. Then, I'll go in construction, and I want to set up... I don't want to set up a construction office, but I want to give it a helicopter one. So I think that comes built in with that. Helicopter construction office, yes. Well, it's much smaller than I anticipated. We will need that for foreign building, but we're not going to do much of that just yet. So I think a regular one might be okay. Now, is there a nice way to squeeze a couple of those in here? We'll still have the other ones, the far away ones to utilize, but I just want just some a little closer to this. So 2 distribution office, 2 construction offices, a road vehicle depot, a gas station. Do I need anything else over here before I start messing with power? No, not directly here. It might be a good idea to have an oil fuel storage just so I can distribute fuel from over here. But the distribution office doesn't have a liquid connection. But they just need to be able to load it. So maybe it will pay off to have a little segment over here. Does this create pollution? Yes. Okay, so I only need 1. for fuel. So you will go here, and here the trucks will pick it up and distribute it locally. Well, this will be just a storage. Okay, I'm happy with that. I do want this and this built first, and this. Do I need the road depot? Sure. Okay, so that's the starting point. I want those done. Now power. Here comes the fun stuff. Because I need to bring power to a lot of places. So I have 3 connections here that I can utilize. So I want to bring power here, that's 1. I want to bring power 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of power here. So it might be a good idea to actually set up our power. But now let's go with a gas power plant. And that should power everything here and down on the other area. And will give me enough space to properly set this up. Okay, so let's place you here. Let's give you a nice road connection. Now you need power. I mean, you need oil. Let's see how we can get you oil. So there is an underground pipe that can start from here there. Storage to storage wouldn't work, it would need something to pull it. If I make a second one, it will split it into 2, which is not a bad idea. So let's assign this stuff so they will start building them. Will take a little while anyway. This will be our power source. Now, once you start producing power, I want to... So first we have a high voltage thing we can take. We have 2 of them actually. I will keep the city from this, and I will use this for everything else. So this should pull from here for the most part, and 1 should go down here to a transformer. So let's say I will give these guys a transformer. Where can I get the cables nice and tidy? So let's say you go there and you go up here. You go up. There's another one that can go out here and up. And the 4th one okay, I think that's the tidiest I can do this, so you can easily go up here. Now let's connect this. So that is 1. Let's do a second one. Let us set this one there and this one here. So submit all that. Guys, go create this with the steel we don't have, which we will have to buy. And now, time for the high voltage, which is mega expensive. Take the left side, because the right side will need to go elsewhere. I need it sort of free. Actually, no, just go here. So I'm sending 18 to a transformer, which cannot use 18. That should be okay for now. So you should have enough power. Yeah, there is one there. Is one enough? I guess. Can you go over? Yes, you can. Okay, I'm happy with that. Guys, please construct as well. Okay, let's resume, let them do their thing. I've been thinking of actually making a change on the rail line here. Shortening this to connect it with this, but I will only have coal going up here. So the coal train will come, and I wanted to pass through here anyway because it will need fuel, so it makes sense. It doesn't need to go around. The other ones that go farther away, they can. Now that we have money, we need to do one more thing. Let's go here. Let's buy a new vehicle, truck builder, and I want 35, 70, 12, 206. You cost almost $1 million. Why? Ah, that's a tunnel boring machine, so that's to make tunnels. No, I want truck building. 70. You are the one. You're expensive, but that's okay. Now I want to take you, and I want to move you into this railway, since we will start using this one. I'll keep the other one there for now and use both of them. One is much smaller and slower, the other one will be just continuously going and building track. And that's why I put those two storages here, so it has its own amount of stuff to do. So I want to fill this up to 100% to the brim. Will be very expensive in terms of steel, and I need more steel for building. How are we going with bauxite? I don't think we will need a second train. So 120 tons, yeah. So you just got back and you're being filled. Okay. This is keeping up, because that means we don't get enough people here on time. Now, since the radio station has been going on, it has been improving the loyalty of our people a lot, because the more loyal they are, the bigger those bonuses. And if we look at the prison as well, all our prisoners are getting a lot of positives as well, which is great. I'm still fine-tuning the sentences, so I put the minor crimes to 7 months, 1 year, 6 months for medium, and 2.5 years for serious, because none of them really have any criminality. So there's not like this will have 9%, it will be gone in like a day or two, or even a month. So there's no real reason keeping them here longer, besides the slave labor. Well, sorry, but slave labor, prisoner labor. Now, speaking of stuff that cause pollution, chemicals. I think we are at a good place to make chemicals, because we will need to start making our own clothes as well. Where were chemicals? There you are. So chemicals are a bit weird. They need gravel, crops, oil, wood, water. So that's a weird combination. But those small amounts of everything generate not even a ton of chemicals. So where do I want to place you? And how many people do you need? You need 60 people. So you need a full bus, really. And you're gonna need the water for the people working there. You're gonna need the wood. I can keep you close to the wood area. Crops are not too far. I don't want to make a storage for all of them. I'd rather feed it. And chemicals is for plastic. So I don't care for plastic too much. Yeah, let's take advantage of this spot over here. Wood is right next door, so... Okay, so you go there. I suppose I can give you your own storage. I don't need a train to fill you up, just regular storage. Storage for gravel? No, it barely uses a ton. And crops. The problem with crops is I cannot leave them on the ground, and I don't want to move them out of their own storages. And I could use a bit of extra storage for them. So for that, I'll probably give it its own crops, its own grain farm. Let's go down here. And let's connect you to this road. Chemicals won't be in large quantities, so there's no need to go with trains for anything. So, start building that. My workers are there. Yeah, if that's 134, they can reach this easily. Okay, I can work with that. And for water, since it doesn't care for quality, very easily I can go with, what is it? A surface water outflow. So I can place you here. This building is always fun. It says some parties need to be in the water. Oh, cannot build this in the water. It's like game, make up your mind. Oops. So that's 77%. That's perfect. I only need a flow of 10, so I can even go with a small pipe. So let's... Ooh, you will need a pump. Pump. Small water pumping station. These guys need water as well, I'm guessing, so... Yeah, but I don't want to feed them this water. So let's mirror you. And let's connect you over here. That's okay. Ugly, but it will do. Okay, they can start doing that before snow sets in. We had a bit of an accident with a small farm here. It got destroyed. So there's no point buying the machines now. I will buy them after winter so they can start doing their thing. So besides filling this up with resources so this can operate, we need people here. I need to be able to bring people. And that will be, you guessed it, a bus. Should it be a direct one? Because the new train can take 100 people. I don't have 100 workers, and if I bring 100 workers, it will make everything go crazy at this point in time. So maybe it's worth bringing a few? I mean, it's close enough to hijack the foreign workers, but they will not be as good because they don't work for as long. I'm worried I will take down the productivity of everything else. I already have a lot of buses pulling from here. Because at the moment, I am feeding this, I am feeding extras on this, and then I'm feeding this. So you have your own little dedicated line, which is a leftover since ages ago. So you, let's say microbus, I want you to go here. I think I'll go with the 232, so it will bring some, but not too many. And then I'll just need to keep a very close eye on it. We won't set them yet because I don't have the resources I want here yet. Okay, so you need 60. So 2 full buses is perfect. So steel and prefab. Okay. But we still have the problem of getting people here. Direct buses. Yeah, because from here they will never reach up there. No, that's way too far. Actually, maybe? Barely? So let's say I do... So that's 66 meters. That's no, 166. So let's say 65. Why 124? So that's 130 plus... Yeah, it won't reach. That was not the best plan. That's okay. Direct bus it is. And here will be just this. For this one specifically. So I'm gonna say, you go here. Nowhere else. Nothing else ever. Okay. Winter is over. I've been messing around a little bit with the road, so I have this as a dedicated line going this way. I was trying to make the top one as a dedicated line to exit from here, but because of all those nodes, I cannot. And for some reason, I cannot do this one at the bottom either. I don't know if it's because it has a carved connection, or if it worked, if it had a direct one, but I don't want to break it yet because it will cause problems. So for now, we just have this as the expressway. They will queue up here nice and neatly, and they will load stuff whenever they get there. Also, those are our new dumpers. They are very fast, and they have sort of okay capacity. Not the best, just sort of okay. Let's see what we build over winter. So this is progressing nice and slowly. This stuff just need workers. Okay, that's good. That is ready somewhat. Yeah, just need some people to finish the power there. These pillars are ready. Let me just highlight those as high priority. The transformer is being built. That shouldn't take too long. Excellent. How are we going with our stuff here? Still keeping up. Good. That makes me happy. Now, when I need to redirect workers, I'll just take them out of the radio station, I think. Because the loyalty is high enough, life expectancy is pretty decent, and happiness is 80%. It's where I want it to be. Obviously, I want it a little higher, but we will get there. And that will mainly be just so we can get the trucks going. Now, do we stop utilizing steel? Maybe. Obviously, I'm importing a lot of electronics and some other stuff, but that should be okay. I love how efficient those little bulldozers are. I cannot wait to move some of the equipment up here and start doing the stuff. Yeah, because there is only 2 construction offices here, right? Yes. Not the best, not the worst, but 2 is something. Probably will move some of the slower stuff there and keep a lot of the open hulls and all of those down here, I think. I'll need to come up with an idea on how I want to set this up. This is completely full, but these guys are not going out. And that makes me curious about something, because they haven't started moving any of this. So I think, as long as this area doesn't have power... Where are you? As long as this area doesn't have power, they will not move anything. Because it doesn't recognize that this has a demand. And yeah, the first thing I will need here is people for the power plant. And of course the refinery. Thankfully this is right next door, so I will be able to keep this going for a bit. Happiness too low. This is the problematic prefab. It's because it's too far from everything. So every winter they get really, really upset. But not for long. We're getting there. Now, what else do we need to work on? I made this little shortcut because I'm using workers from here, so they just don't have to go too far to get stuff ready. Power station is ready. That's good. The heliport is not, but I would like to think that this is still connected, even though it doesn't look like it's actually overlapping. Because I remember when building it, it did look like overlapping. And if I look at my other one, where is it? Here. Yeah, it's behind it, but there is this space. And here it's the same space, right? Yeah, it's just this little line. So I think it will be okay. We'll have a university down there. So technical university, we got all the research. This can use more people and can train more students. And those are houses, residences. Well, people will need a uni. So I can even probably have both of them right here. So these guys can access them and this can access them. Should I go with a medical one just for the variety? So let's say I decide to be ambitious and place you right about here. And then let's set up the headquarters of the Communist Party. They will not be built anytime soon. Those are super expensive. But that can cover those two. Television station is good, but for later. Can do a few sports stuff. They're not the best, but they're not the worst either, because they don't work during winter. Oh, those are small. Or I should say that's smaller than I expected. Yeah, those are quite small. I will keep this because I need this for utility stuff. I can... yeah. I think that's another bus station waiting to happen. Can they reach it? Yes, with a path they will be able to. I think with that they should be able to reach it. Because if that's 360 here, going towards this direction should be 360 as well. And that's from one of those back here, right? Why can you not reach it? I mean, I know those paths are slow, but what are you missing? You're missing a clear path to get across. How do I give you that path? You have no way of escaping here without going up there, so you need a way to escape this. Okay, so hold on fire. This is not the right time. Can I have that somewhere up here instead? I mean, this can be a thing. Yep, you can go there, and you can connect right here. Close this. Done. Do this. And I'm going to upgrade all footpaths. So they can have better pathing. So holding shift, highlight everything. And now my construction officers will hate me forever. Yep, start doing all of that. Okay. Not changing this to asphalt yet? No, we're nowhere near ready. What's this? You are under... You're on fire. Can I get to you? No, I cannot. You are too far. So you will have to break down and I'll have to rebuild you. Okay. Well, at least the resources will be there. All it will need is people. And that's why I really need to extend my fire coverage. And I don't really want to set up a little village here just for that. It's a little bit of a waste in a way. The amount of resources I will need to sustain it. Okay, so you're ready. You have no power, of course, so I need to give you power. And I don't think I brought power here either, so... Okay. Q this. Actually, at this point, they can start building all of that. Doesn't matter. A lot of trucks and stuff were waiting, so now they will move and just start moving things. That is going. I have 1% free workers. Hooray! How are you going? You don't have gravel. You need gravel. You still have a bit of steel and prefab panel. And you have people. How much in a rush am I to get this going? Not much. And also, this will need people. How am I going to get you people? Because you are far. Bus it is. But bus for water? It's a little bit silly, isn't it? Did they ever finish with a water pipe? Yes. Yes. They're working on this, just needs people. Okay. The one thing I'm really not looking forward to buy is chemicals. And I know I'll have to buy some to start with, but... hopefully just to start with. You need a bit more concrete. How are we going here? Sewing, sewing, sewing. Okay. It's April and they've done all of them. That's really good. Let's see if they can harvest them in time. I don't know what to do with this. I don't think even a roundabout would help here. Because they just queue. I can move these vehicles away from here and see if it improves it a little bit. So, you guys go do this. For water and for sewage. Later I can make them just go directly on those buildings, but we're not at that point yet. And... okay, let's see. Let's select this. Watch here. And call all vehicles home. Let's see how that plays out. That's better, at least it's utilizing more of them. The oil ones will be a bit of a problem. But they are not that many. Look at them being super eager to get out. Well, it looks like it's at least trying to clean up. Well, clear up. Okay, so if I'm to buy a few more mixers, where would I squeeze those? I can move some of the bulldozers away. You just have a lot of cranes and buses. Yeah. No, it still clogs up. Why are they using the slower and not the fastest? Because they are slow vehicles. While the 70 ones are over here and the slower ones use this. So is the priority based on their speed? Maybe. So if that... No, because that's slow. That's one fast, one slow. I don't think there is a logic behind this. I think it's just random. So even if I get more of this, it won't help. I want to make a little industry section. Might replace this with industry? Maybe? We'll see. Because maybe this side would be safe enough, but probably not. And I don't have a clean connection to the highway from here, which is a bit of a problem. So maybe, once the city is ready, I could cut off these and then have a highway going down cleanly this way, cross those lines somehow, and go and connect down here. That would be the closest way to do this. Because, or, yeah, I don't really want to move my highway. The only other thing I could do, see, I don't have enough room to do it here. I mean, I could start a highway. It wouldn't make sense to start it from a small border. Okay, so I think I will just make another big connection and connect it to this, like this double one over here. So at least those up here will have a shorter way to get there instead of having to go down and around. And with all those nodes, can I switch any of these to one way? Well, you have a node here, so definitely not. You have a bunch of connections there, so that looks like a no. But you down here, nope. You? No. I cannot do it on those. I think they just need to be perfectly clean lines with no connections whatsoever. Even though one connection should be okay, because it could they could use it as a turn, right? Actually, let me test that. The good thing about those roads. Okay, so you and you. So you... Yeah, why can I not upgrade you? This type of road cannot be one roadway. Oh, is it because it's mud? Does it need to be asphalt? Is that why? That is probably why. Because that makes sense. That's why I can change this one on a whim. Yeah. Okay, it needs to have markings. And street lights and walkways. What do you use? Asphalt, steel, and electronics. Okay, no, they're not getting that. Not for a very long time. But the traffic is a little bit better. Money is still holding. We're doing crazy imports. So, guys, no more steel. Thank you. Okay, and looks like we're heading into another winter. So for now, it's again waiting to get all those buildings to build. So I will wrap this episode here. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. If you have any questions or suggestions for me, let me know in the comments down below. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye bye.